and welcome. This is Fia. Today I thought we'd make something a little bit different. If you've seen my other videos, you have seen that my brother bought a lot of the 4ground houses, the Mortenberg set, and he has also bought some of the dwarven houses, and I think I'm gonna build one of the houses on video with you, but for this video I have some of the accessories that he bought a ton of to put in the houses. So I'll show you which ones we have here, and then I'm gonna take them out and show you the plate for it, or the pieces for it. Then I'm gonna take it one by one, speed up the build for it, and then I'm gonna talk about pros and cons, because this is the first time I have done any of these myself, so I'll talk about things to think about and stuff with these pieces. So we got some 28 shelves, and it looks like there's 3 shelves in this one. We got some benches, 2 of them, a small bookshelf in medium wood, and all of this I think is in medium wood. We got a large bookshelf. We have a single wood bed. We have a double wood bed. We have bunk beds. We have a chest of drawers, B, and we have a bookshelf cupboard. So let's just dig right into it. And we'll start with this one. So they all come with a form of instruction. Like I said, this is the first time I'm looking at these. And see if I think I might zoom you in a bit so you can see it a bit better. Something like that. Just check. Like so, I think is good. Okay. So, let's see if it's zooming better. Yeah. So this looks kind of straightforward. It's just, it's a poker. It's some shelves, and it looks like you actually get 5 shelves, and the support brackets for this one could be interesting. I'm just gonna put them to the side here. Here we got the bunk beds. These have a bit more pieces. Okay, so we've got the sides, a stair, a poker, and the things for the bedding to be on. Okay, seems also pretty straightforward. And with me today I have not a person, but my clamps that I've shown how to that I use. I've got a brush, I've got my needle tip glue, and I have some rubber bands. And I don't know what I will need or not need, so I just brought everything to my table here. So we got the double wood bed, and this has some really tiny pieces. Interesting. Gotta be careful with those. I can see straight away. I hope I'm showing you in the lens. I forget to check the camera. If I'm not, you will see them later on when I build them. Okay, the single bed seems like the double bed, just in a smaller size. Also, super thin pieces. And it seems like you get a poker tool with each of these little mini kits of furbishings. Here we go with the large bookshelf. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, pretty straightforward. It's gonna be fun building all of these. I haven't built 4ground in a while, actually, since I built the the last thing we built was the inn. The medium bookshelves looks like the large one, just with lesser shelves. And I'm gonna try building these more or less in what I think will be difficulty degrees. So I'm probably gonna start with just the shelves that are just gluing brackets to shelves. Okay, this looks interesting. These are the benches. And also a ton of really tiny pieces. Interesting. But they're really, it's beautiful. And if you look at, see if I can get even closer and still have it in focus. See there? Do you see it's etching in the boards on this bed? So it's really nice. 4ground does beautiful work, I have to say. I can get sometimes I find like instruction lacking or something like that, but the way they do it, it's still amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, here we have the chest of drawers, also etching here, and that's on the front, I think, so that it looks like drawers. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, and then lastly we have the bookshelf cupboard. See this? Okay, interesting. And these are probably the most extensive. This is like, this piece is together and you just need to bend it. It's beautiful. Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna start building, and I'm gonna start building these ones, and I'll try to remember to always check that you're in frame. If I get out of frame, I apologize in advance. I have about, yeah, it's not a big space I have to keep my fingers in to film. And I'm just getting started. Okay, hi, so I'm back and I have built all the little furbishings and they're really cool. They're super duper cool. They're super duper fiddly to build. If I can get them all in frame. Like so. They're super cool. For this build files, you're gonna need a bit of filing. The holes in large are really big, like for the shelves. Let's see if I can get it to focus. You won't see it, but the holes for the shelves are, maybe you can see it on the back side. You see, they're really big, so you have to like shove them to one side and decide what is up and what is down. So that's, you don't have to file things like that. And you see my fingers are really messy. The instructions are pretty good. You probably saw in the fast forward I changed up a bit. I did not build, like for these shelves, I did not build the sides first after I did the first one. I built the shelving and then I glued the sides on, and then I glued the bottom on, and then I glued the top on, because they're just in a really big slit, so they move around a lot. And the rubber bands and stuff, can't use them. The pieces are too small and too soft. They're really thin pieces. I really love these pieces. For the benches, these are uber fiddly, and also the instruction doesn't show that there are two different sizes in the legs, like it's thinner on one side and bigger on one side. And since the fasteners for the sprue is on one side, I filed it down and figured, yeah, I'll use that and glue it, glue the bench top to it so it's nice and flat on the other side. But as you can see here, on the second one I built, I noticed it, but on this one I didn't. And if you look closely, you can see that it sticks out a little bit. It's not a big deal, and I can file it down and it won't show, but still it would have been nice if they are different forms, but not so much that if you're not paying super close attention, you will notice it. So that's the thing. These ones, I found it easier to put these ones, the really thin little, I don't know what you call it, supports, on the bigger, thicker piece of wood, and then put the ends on afterwards, but still while this glue was wet. Because having these on first, they just slid around and stuff, which was uber painful, or uber a pain in the ass, so to speak. These shelves are, I wish there was a better, like, they're okay, but if you only have this thin piece, as you can see, this thin piece of wood, and there's no slot, no nothing to put it in, it's really hard to get it super straight. And no, it's not a big deal when you put it on the wall, you won't notice it, but still, I like the shelf, I like the look of them, but yeah, something to think about. This one is super cool. The doors open and close just by the hinges. Same problem as these ones, and still these are not hard, and they're beautiful. It's not like I don't like them, it's just ways you could have improved them without making it super more work, I think. They're beautiful builds, and I absolutely recommend them. I have to say, I recommend them at a bunch because they're cool as can be. Just some things are like this. It's perfectly fine. You're gonna glue it to a wall on a building that you've built. You're not gonna see the slits in the back, but just from building it, the shelves move a lot, so it's really hard to get them nice and straight. And if I wasn't paying close attention and using tweezers, I have small hands. Tweezers, you need them. And using tweezers to push them and just check them a couple of times as I was building them, they could have looked like this. And that's not nice. Unless that's exactly what you're looking for. But these are super cool. I think they are worth it, absolutely. They are, if you want to spruce up buildings and stuff, or even if you're building your own houses and stuff, these are really cool pieces to add to your houses. They give a lot of interest just by being what they are. It gives it more of a feel of somebody actually living there, or it's a hotel or whatever. So thumbs up for these. As I said, they're really fiddly. Use tweezers. I recommend it, and thank God. And take your time with them. Don't rush them. Like this piece, I can see it dried a little bit askew, which is not perfect, but it's not super noticeable. But still, it's gonna bug me. And yeah, I absolutely top notch. Just be careful. Oh yeah, some of these pieces. The fasteners for the spruce are on these really, really thin, it's like prongs sticking out to make them slit together. So be careful. One of them, I didn't see that, and I almost like pulled them totally off. This one, I think, up here. There's no like prongs sticking out at all because I didn't see it. That's where they were fastened. So just be careful when you take them out. You're gonna need these super thin pokers for like when they're fastened in places like that. And also be careful with these pieces after you've built them as well. Just now I accidentally put my finger on it and it started to bend. It's delicate stuff. I think it will be perfectly fine once it's glued down in the house, or like as like where it's supposed to be, and not jostles around too much. Like these pieces are probably fine as they are, but like pieces like this, they need to be glued down, and I think pieces like this as well, because the pieces are so thin and delicate. Which is amazing, because it looks amazing. I mean, come on. You have a little bench. And it's like... Come on, focus. It's like 2 supports. It's little nice carved legs. It's beautiful. But be careful with them. And store them while you're building them somewhere where they won't get jostled around a lot. It's my tip. So okay, that's that for this video, and I hope you enjoyed and like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!